Question number 4, Phil Twyford.
Minister of Local Government. Will he resign as Minister of Local Government if Māori seats are included on the Auckland Council?
The Hon Rodney Hyde.
Thank you. Yes. On April the 6th, Cabinet decided that there would not be separate Māori seats on the new Auckland Council. Subsequently, on the 3rd of June, I met with the Prime Minister when he asked for my thoughts on reserved mana whenua seats. I advised him that it would be impossible for the ACT Party to vote for any race or tribal-based seats on the Auckland Council. We believe in one law for all, every citizen having a vote of equal value, and of every position of political power being open to every citizen in fair and free elections. I advised the Prime Minister that I'd not be able to introduce any bill that would include separate Māori seats for any or reserved seats for any group, and that in such a case I would not be able to continue as Minister of Local Government. I also gave the Prime Minister my assurance that the ACT Party would abide by our confidence and supply agreement and continue to support his excellent and honest government, which stands in marked contrast to the government of the past 9 years.
Phil Twyford.
Supplementary, Mr Speaker. Has he seen any reports of the ACT Party leader who said in last year's TVNZ election debate that he would support entrenchment of Māori seats? And did it influence his view now that Māori seats are fundamentally against the culture of New Zealand and the principles of the ACT Party?
The Hon Rodney Hyde.
Yes, I stand by that, and no, it doesn't, because before the last election, the Honourable Tariana Turia came to see me and explained the position that the seats, if we were going to have Māori seats, should be in the same position as every other seat in the House, and on the basis that I believe that everyone should be treated the same, I agreed with her.
Phil Twyford.
Supplementary. Supplementary. What indication, following the Cabinet decision in April that there would be no Māori seats, has he received from the Prime Minister that National would change its mind and support Māori seats?
The Hon Rodney Hyde.
The Prime Minister, I think, has been quite public in his consideration of the issue, and it's also the case that the Parliamentary Select Committee is considering the bill and the issue and has received submissions on it, and ultimately it will be a decision that the government and the Parliament will make. I just wanted to be clear to the Prime Minister about my position so he wouldn't have any surprises. It certainly wasn't a threat or in any way.
Phil Twyford.
I'm going home unless I win.
Supplementary. How does the Minister reconcile his statements in relation to the super city? Quote, I don't sort of go in there and say it's my way or the highway. And, quote, we live in a parliamentary democracy where Parliament ultimately will make this decision. How does he reconcile those statements with his threat to throw his toys out of the cot if he doesn't get his own way on Māori seats?
The Hon Rodney Hyde.
Very easily, in fact, because I have never made threats or said it's my way or the highway. What I have said is that this is a very important principle to the ACT Party, and as the leader of the ACT Party, I couldn't be responsible for introducing legislation that ran so counter to ACT's philosophy and principles, and therefore, if the government or Parliament wanted to do it, they'd need to find another Minister of Local Government to introduce that legislation. That's not my way or the highway. That's actually a politician standing up for a principle of this party, something that the Labor Party seem to know nothing of.
Phil Twyford.
Supplementary, Mr Speaker. Did the Minister or anyone in his office leak or authorise the leak of Tau Henare's email in order to grandstand and demonstrate that a party polling at 1% can tell the government what to do?
The Honourable Rodney Hyde.
No, I had never seen the email until after TV3 had it, and so no, not possible.